Do you feel overwhelmed by the constant flow of thoughts in your head? You are not alone in this experience. In today's fast-paced world of clear, focused thinking may seem like a rare superpower. However, there is hope. The ancient Stoic masters of the mind provided a treasure map to navigate through the mental fog and unlock inner clarity. This video explores 11 powerful Stoic lessons that can transform your thinking and lead to a more fulfilling life. This is not just a theoretical philosophy, but a set of practical tools you can use to achieve greater mental clarity and peace. Subscribe now and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with every video as we dive deeper into each transformative lesson. Join our learning community and share your experiences and insights in the comments. Below, we can support and encourage each other on the path to clearer thinking. Lesson number 1. Embrace doubt and question assumptions. The Stoics had an insightful perspective on the human condition. They believed that true wisdom stems from recognizing the vastness of what we don't know. This may seem counterintuitive, but Seneca pointed out that expectancy can hinder us from taking action. When we hold on to assumptions without questioning them, we build mental barriers that prevent us from seeing clearly and responding effectively. So what can we do to break free from these self-imposed limitations and cultivate the clear thinking that the Stoics advocated for? The answer lies in embracing doubt and questioning our assumptions. Here's how. Firstly, we need to deconstruct our inner thoughts. Our brains naturally generate quick judgments based on limited information and ingrained biases. These initial thoughts might seem intuitive, but they can be flawed. We can challenge them by asking ourselves, what evidence supports this thought? Are there alternative perspectives that I still need to consider? Could my biases be influencing my interpretation? By actively interrogating our initial thoughts, we can chip away at the cognitive biases that cloud our judgment and lead us astray. Secondly, we should seek out dissenting voices. We tend to surround ourselves with people who share our views, creating echo chambers, reinforcing our biases. To broaden our understanding of the world and expose ourselves to blind spots in our thinking, we should intentionally seek out diverse perspectives, opposing viewpoints, challenging arguments, and unfamiliar experiences. Thirdly, we must embrace the power of what-if questions. Instead of accepting things at face value, we should explore alternative scenarios, consider unintended consequences, and challenge the status quo. This mental agility allows us to anticipate problems and make more informed decisions. Fourthly, we can practice devil's advocacy. We can identify potential flaws. We NS and counter-arguments for our thoughts and beliefs. This self-scrutiny, inspired by the Stoic practice of negative visualization, strengthens our arguments and exposes logical fallacies. Finally, we should find joy in intellectual humility. True wisdom lies in acknowledging the limits of our knowledge and being open to changing our minds based on new evidence or perspectives. Intellectual humility is the foundation of clear thinking and lifelong learning. It's important to remember that questioning assumptions is not about fostering self-doubt, but empowering ourselves to think critically and make well-reasoned decisions. By adopting these Stoic principles, we can unlock the door to a more transparent, sharper mind, ready to navigate the world's complexities with wisdom and grace. So let's embark on this journey of intellectual exploration, question boldly, and discover the true potential of our thinking. Lesson number 2. Define your values and goals. Imagine traveling across a large ocean without any tools to help you. You would be at the whim of the shifting winds and currents, not knowing where you were going or how to get there. However, if you had a trustworthy compass to help you, it is crucial to have defined values and goals, because they will help you navigate with purpose, even in the most difficult situations. by providing guidance and a clear destination in sight. They act as a map and compass to help you navigate the erratic currents of life. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, stated that the Stoics were known for emphasizing self-examination and purposeful living. He recognized the value of introspection and clarity of purpose in navigating life's complications. To chart your own path, you have to start with a voyage of self-discovery and follow certain guidelines. Initially, you need to examine your values in great detail and determine what is most important to you. This may be honesty, kindness, inventiveness, or something else in full. In order to identify your guiding principles, even in the face of difficulties, think back on your experiences, feelings, and goals. This will assist you in developing a decision-making process, a foundation in line with your basic principles. Understanding your values will enable you to translate them into specific aspirations and objectives. Think on both short-term and long-term stepping stone objectives. Consider the significant contributions you wish to make to the world, the information and skills you wish to acquire, and the experiences you wish to have. Setting specific goals will help you achieve these things. Guidance and inspiration. Ensuring that your objectives and your basic values are in line is essential. Not whims of the moment or other forces. Consider whether your objectives are consistent with your core beliefs. Once you've determined that reaching your goals would enhance your sense of fulfillment and purpose, and you're prepared to endure hardships and make compromises in order to get there, it's imperative to welcome adaptability, because life is an ever-changing travel without a set destination. Be ready to modify your objectives as you gain new knowledge and experience. Unexpected obstacles and changing ideals could call for a change in direction. Adjustments. Accept adaptability and be willing to change while adhering to your basic principles. When values and objectives are in alignment, the Stoics can serve as an inspiration. Consult the works of Marcus Aurelius, Epicus, and Seneca for advice on introspection, living a purpose-driven existence, and overcoming obstacles in life with constant self-reflection. Identifying your beliefs and goals with equanimity is a continual process rather than an isolated occurrence. Set sail with confidence, knowing that your beliefs and aspirations are your compass, guiding you towards a life full with meaning and purpose. By adapting to change and using the wisdom of the Stoics as your guide, you may chart a route toward a meaningful and authentic journey. Lesson number 3. Beware of cognitive biases. Because our brains are not always accurate compasses, they can also lead us astray. Just as the Stoics carefully considered their judgments, we must be aware of these biases and take proactive steps to lessen their impact. Cognitive biases are patterns of deviation from rational thinking that can lead to errors and distortions in our judgment. Here are some common biases and strategies to combat them. Imagine walking through a dense forest with a malfunctioning compass. Every turn becomes a risk, taking you deeper into unknown territory. Confirmation bias. This cognitive bias, known as confirmation bias, affects all people and can make it difficult to remain open-minded because it causes a self-reinforcing cycle that makes it difficult to see the big picture and blinds us to the truth. Have you ever noticed how we tend to cherry-pick information that supports our viewpoint while ignoring everything that challenges it? How to overcome prejudice, proactively seek out divergent opinions, and question your presumptions. Read articles written from various angles. Engage in civil discourse and take into account alternative theories. Due to availability bias, we tend to overestimate the likelihood of events based on instances that are easily accessible. For example, even if flying is statistically safe, you can become afraid of it after watching an aircraft accident on the news. How to overcome prejudice. Don't solely rely on vivid anecdotes when making decisions. Instead, use data and facts. Obtain thorough information and take the larger picture into account before making judgments. When we experience anchoring bias, we overvalue the first piece of information we come across and use it as a foundation for later assessments. For instance, an early discount may cause a product to appear more valuable than it actually is. Pay attention to beginnings and first proposals. Before choosing, gather as much information as possible and weigh the costs, features, and advantages. Objectively speaking, the bandwagon effect causes us to accept actions or views because others do, regardless of their inherent merit. This might result in us adhering to trends or groupthink, even when it contradicts our own judgment. How to overcome prejudice. In group bias, we favor members of our group, family, friends, and co-workers over outsiders, even when it is not warranted. It is important to remember that biased or discriminatory decision-making can occur, and this can lead to unfair treatment. Before mindlessly following the herd, consider your own values and the evidence. How to overcome prejudice. Recognize the power that your group memberships may have. Consider people's behavior and merit instead of their affiliation with an organization. Keep in mind that acknowledging these prejudices is only the first step. Epicurus and other Stoics stressed that we are all accountable for our own decisions. Actively examine prejudices by looking for different viewpoints, exercising critical thinking, and impartially assessing the evidence. By doing this, we develop objective and clear thinking that enables us to make wise judgments and deal with the challenges of life with more knowledge and understanding. As a result, we set out on this path to mental clarity and self-awareness. Equip yourself with awareness of cognitive biases and, akin to an adept navigator mending a malfunctioning compass, chart your path towards a future that is better informed and discerning. Lesson number 4. Gather evidence and seek diverse perspectives. Envision deciding to take a position on a complex topic after reading just one news story or speaking with a supporter of your ideas. It's similar like using only one color to paint a masterpiece. While you might be able to see some of the truth, you won't be able to see the entire picture. Why is it so necessary to seek out other perspectives? The Stoics, who respected reason and logic, understood the necessity of evaluating many perspectives, and we should do the same in our modern environment. Our brains have a tendency to ignore evidence in favor of information that confirms our ideas and to seek shortcuts. This artist echo chambers that support rather than question our opinions. Epicurus, the Stoic philosopher, stated that our beliefs are what bother us rather than the experience itself. Regarding it, by actively looking for a variety of solutions or opposing viewpoints on any given topic, we can deepen our comprehension. We become more knowledgeable and become aware of subtleties and complexity that we might not have otherwise noticed when we expose ourselves to diverse points of view. Recognize our prejudices. Considering different viewpoints enables us to identify our biases and preconceptions. This self-awareness enables us to lessen the impact of our unconscious biases and assess our thoughts more critically. Solidify the basis of our beliefs when we draw conclusions from a thorough analysis of the available data and perspectives. Our convictions are stronger. Civil discourse enables us to improve our positions, determine possible areas of weakness, and cultivate intellectual resilience. But how can we proactively look for different viewpoints? Here are a few doable actions. Examine reliable sources. Look for a range of news sources. scholarly publications, and professional viewpoints that reflect many approaches and points of view. Be aware of confirmation bias and look for data that contradicts your assumptions. Have polite conversations. Don't be afraid to engage in conversation with others who hold opposing views. Pose inquiries. Even if you don't agree with them, try to grasp what they're saying and remember that polite conversation is about progress and mutual understanding rather than victory. Accept a variety of media and watch documentaries, books, and podcasts that present original viewpoints on a range of subjects. To challenge your preconceptions and extend your perspective on the world, immerse yourself in diverse cultures and experiences. Step outside of your comfort zone and social media groups to confront your echo chamber. Look for groups that hold different opinions and have productive discussions with them. Recall that intellectual development frequently happens beyond the known. Acquiring proof and examining many viewpoints does not imply renunciating your convictions. Rather, it enhances your comprehension. Remember the words of Stoic philosopher Seneca as you set out on this trip, recognizing the complexity of the universe and cultivating intellectual humility. No matter how harsh it may seem, the truth will never hurt you. Accept the challenge. Open your mind and satisfy your curiosity to learn more. You'll expand your horizons and construct a tapestry of understanding that reflects the complexity and diversity of reality. This will help you develop clear thinking and more wisdom and insight as you handle life's challenges. Lesson number 5: slow down and reflect. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to be hasty, but just as haste can be dangerous in a treacherous mountain pass, it can also lead to disastrous consequences in our daily lives. The Stoics, masters of self-control and thoughtful action, recognized the immense value of slowing down and reflecting on the famous Stoic. Imagine walking through a dangerous mountain pass during the night. Every step must be deliberate, measured, and based on careful observation. In the modern day, Emperor Marcus Aurelius' famous quote, "Don't waste a time debating what a good man should be one," might be interpreted as a reminder to act with conscious choice rather than becoming bogged down in arguments. Why is it crucial to take a moment to pause, ponder, and gather your thoughts? Because of the daily chaos, we frequently respond hastily, depending on automatic and knee-jerk reactions, which might result in snap decisions, lost chances, and unexpected repercussions. We can achieve a number of advantages by integrating thoughtful contemplation into our decision-making process. A more thorough comprehension of the circumstances before making snap decisions may hinder us from understanding the context completely, obtaining the facts required, and weighing all of the possibilities. By pausing to think, we can examine the problem from other perspectives, recognize any potential complexity, and comprehend the problem improved, decreased impact of emotion. Decisions made right now, motivated by intense feelings, may be imprecise and distorted. By slowing down, we can detach ourselves from the situation's immediate emotional intensity and assess it in a more composed and logical manner, identifying possible repercussions. We frequently become ignorant to the bigger picture when we rush. Thinking things through helps us to predict potential results, anticipate unforeseen outcomes, and make choices that are consistent with our principles and long-term objectives. Development of self-awareness. Through reflection and pause, we can learn important things about how we think, prejudices and emotional triggers, but how can we fit this practice into our busy lives? Here are some doable steps. Our self-awareness empowers us to live by our true selves and ideals, helping us to make decisions that are in line with our inner being. Plan a period of time for reflection. Set aside a certain period of time each day, even if it's only 10 minutes, to reflect. During this time, you can write in a notebook, practice meditation, or just sit quietly and go over your ideas and experiences. Before choosing, pose guiding questions to yourself. Consider the following questions for a moment. Did I consider all of my options and what might happen if I choose one over the others? Does this choice fit with my beliefs and objectives? Look for outside viewpoints. Talk about your ideas and worries with dependable friends, mentors, or experts. Their observations can provide insightful criticism and extend your viewpoint. Practice. We can develop a mindful attitude to decision-making by engaging in mindfulness practices such as deep breathing or being present in the moment. This enables us to disengage from impulsive reactions and make more deliberate decisions. Recall that taking time to slow down and contemplate does not equate to indecision or procrastination. Rather, it fosters thoughtful. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once said that the best way to deal with anger is to delay and embrace the pause. By adopting these practices into your life, you'll gain the wisdom and composure to navigate the world's complexities with greater clarity and purpose. Take time to contemplate mindfully and observe how your decision-making improves. Lesson number 6. Embrace logic and reason. Just as it might be difficult to navigate across a stormy sea without a compass, making judgments based only on our emotions can occasionally lead us astray. Since reason served to separate emotions from judgment, the Stoics who promoted reason and logic were aware of this risk and felt that it was essential to clear thinking. For this reason, it is crucial to embrace reason and logic. Lucid reasoning. Although emotions can give our experiences more depth, they can also impair our judgment and cause us to act impulsively. Distorted interpretations and prejudiced views, we can gain a number of advantages by applying reason and logic to our thoughts. Identifying prejudices based on emotion. Emotions frequently set off unconscious prejudices that affect our thinking without our conscious knowledge. We may recognize and go above these biases with the aid of reason and reasoning. Emotions can distort our objective evaluation of the evidence, causing us to select data that supports our opinions. We may objectively evaluate the information, take into account all relevant angles, and reach judgments based on the facts thanks to logic and reason. Recognizing mistakes in logic. Emotions can make it difficult for us to identify faulty thought habits. Reason and logic give us the ability to recognize logical fallacies and shield us from being duped by weak arguments. Making thoughtful choices. Our decisions frequently become rash and blind when emotions are in control. Emotions are important data points that provide insights into our values, needs, and desires. Embracing logic and reason does not mean ignoring them completely. Rather, it means using them to help us take a step back, carefully consider our options, and decide on a course of action that is consistent with our long-term goals and values. The secret is to acknowledge them while resisting the want to let emotions control our decisions. Here are some doable actions to foster this equilibrium. Determine what makes you feel a certain way. Consider circumstances that cause intense feelings. Knowing these triggers gives you the ability to anticipate their impact and react more forcefully. When you are feeling strong emotions, give them names and acknowledge them. This small action can help you remove yourself from your sentiments. Enabling more impartial observation, look for other viewpoints. Talk about your ideas and feelings with people you can trust to challenge your emotional prejudices and provide unbiased criticism. Postpone making decisions in situations that are emotionally sensitive. Give yourself time to calm down by resisting the want to respond right away. Before making a decision, gather information and use reason and logic. Keep in mind that accepting reason and logic does not mean repressing emotions. Rather, it means fostering a healthy relationship in which emotions are present but do not take over your thinking. To do this, use reason's compass in conjunction with your emotional map. You make more purposeful, well-considered judgments and negotiate life's complications with better clarity. Epicurus, the Stoic philosopher, once said that what disturbs us is not the event itself, but rather our perception of it. Make intelligent decisions about your opinions based on logic and reason, and set off on a path that will lead to a happy and meaningful future. Lesson number 7. Beware of emotional hijacking. Have you ever experienced a sudden storm while sailing a ship? The wind howls, waves crash, and the visibility drops down. If you are unprepared, the storm can quickly take over, throwing your vessel around and putting you at the mercy of the elements. Similarly, when our emotions are intense and unregulated, they can take over our thinking, leading us to make impulsive decisions and flawed judgments. The Stoics were masters of self-control and clear thinking, and were well aware of this danger. They believed that our emotional tyrant could temporarily depose our rational mind, resulting in actions we might regret later. Why is emotional hijacking such a threat to clear thinking when our emotions are strong? Our brain's alarm system, the amygdala, takes over, shutting down the prefrontal cortex, the center of reason and logic. This primal response is designed for immediate survival, but it can lead us astray in everyday life. Here's how impaired decision-making our emotions can cloud our judgment, making us prone to impulsive choices that we may regret later. We might say hurtful things in anger, make rash financial decisions, or act out in ways that damage relationships, distorted interpretations. Our emotions can warp our perception of reality, making us see things as worse or better than they actually are. We might overreact to minor setbacks, personalize neutral comments, or jump to negative conclusions without evidence, fueling conflict. Unmanaged emotions can escalate disputes, leading to arguments, misunderstandings, and strained relationships. We might say hurtful things, act defensively, or shut down communication altogether. So how can we prevent emotional hijacking and regain our thinking? The Stoics, with their emphasis on self-awareness and emotional regulation, offer some valuable tools. Mindfulness with consistent practice of mindfulness meditation. We can develop the ability to recognize our emotions as they surface through this awareness. We can observe our emotions without judgment and choose how to respond. This creates space between the stimulus and our reaction, empowering us to lead calmly and intention. Deep breathing in moments of overwhelm. Simply taking slow, deep breaths can do wonders. Activating the parasympathetic nervous system can promote relaxation and reduce the fight-or flight response. This process has been known to help people calm down and ease anxiety. This helps calm our body and mind, allowing for more rational thought and a sense of peace. Cognitive restructuring. We can challenge negative thought patterns that fuel emotional reactions. We can ask ourselves, is this thought accurate? Are there alternative perspectives? What evidence supports this thought? By reframing our thinking, we can de-escalate emotional intensity, taking a step back. If we feel our emotions taking over, we can remove ourselves from the situation physically or mentally. We can take a walk, listen to calming music, or engage in a relaxing activity. This creates space for our emotions to subside and allows for clearer thinking. Upon our return, remember, emotional hijacking is not a sign of weakness. It's a natural human response. However, by understanding the risks and equipping ourselves with these tools, we can regain control of our emotions and cultivate clear thinking, even amidst life storms. And as Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, reminds us, the object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to be on the side of the truth. By mastering our emotions, we stay true to our values, make sound decisions, and navigate life with greater clarity and purpose. So let's be the captains of our ships, weather emotional storms with grace, and steer our thinking toward a brighter, more fulfilling journey. Lesson number 8. Practice active listening. No matter how good you are, you cannot solve a puzzle that has missing pieces because you require the entire picture to be put together. Understanding different points of view is essential for navigating life's complexities, and the secret to piecing together these vital puzzle pieces is active listening. A good man must learn to argue on favor of his own opinion without hate towards those who disagree with him, according to Epicurus, their respected philosopher, who was also a member of the Stoic movement and noted for emphasizing clear thinking and open communication. Underlining the value of actively listening in order to truly understand the perspectives of others as well as to defend our own. Why is active listening so important for lucid reasoning? We frequently fall into the trap of passive listening in today's fast-paced environment, when we hear words but fail to appreciate their underlying meaning. This can result in misunderstandings, missed opportunities for learning, and even needless confrontation. But active listening is more than just hearing. It's making a deliberate effort to keep your attention on the speaker and not get sidetracked. Concentrate your gaze on the speaker and provide them your whole attention, paying close attention to their body language and voice tone. Try to grasp the speaker's perspective, feelings, and experiences. Even if you disagree, this encourages sincere communication and leads to a deeper comprehension of the situation. Make clarification inquiries. Avoid interrupting the speaker by resisting the urge to add your thoughts or opinions. Instead, give them space to fully express themselves without interfering with the conversation. Asking questions shows that you are interested in what they are saying and encourages them to elaborate, giving you a better understanding of their perspective. Think back and sum up, ask after listening. Pause to consider what you've heard, and then succinctly paraphrase the speaker's important points to show that you understand and to stimulate more discussion by implementing these techniques. Active listening yields several advantages. Improved comprehension. You get a greater respect for different points of view, broadening your understanding and confronting your prejudices. Less conflict. By genuinely comprehending the viewpoints of others, you may address arguments with respect and empathy, encouraging more fruitful dialogue. Greater bonds between people. Active listening improves rapport and trust, fortifying interpersonal relationships and fostering a happier social atmosphere. Taking into account different points of view can help with problem solving and help with comprehending complicated issues more thoroughly, which can result in more effective solutions. Another Stoic philosopher, Marcus Aurelius, reminds us that active listening is a mindset rather than a skill. It involves approaching conversations with curiosity, humility, and a sincere desire to learn from others. Choose to be an active listener who prioritizes understanding over arguments, and you'll see how your world expands with clarity, empathy, and deeper connections. Use your cognitive faculties to actively listen intently and try to fully understand every discourse in order to get its insightful nuggets. Lesson number 9. Value clarity and precision. To navigate life's intricacies like an honed sword that can cut through ambiguity, one must have clear thinking and accurate communication skills. Imagine navigating through a dense jungle with a fuzzy map where every way seems uncertain and ambiguous. The Roman philosopher and statesman Seneca once said, "The shortest and surest way is to lay the cards on the table." This statement highlights the importance of clarity and precision in thought and communication. The Stoics, who were known for their emphasis on reason and logic, highly valued this principle. Why is it that clarity and precision are so crucial for lucid reasoning? Clear thinking and language help us avoid miscommunication, inefficient issue solutions, and diminished credibility. Uncertain communication can lead to misunderstandings and lost possibilities for connection. Other people might require assistance in realizing our intentions, which can cause irritation and conflict. Uncertain thinking makes it more difficult for us to pinpoint the source of issues and create workable solutions. Instead, than addressing the fundamental problem that causes recurring challenges, we might just manage the symptoms. Ultimately, using ambiguous language can erode our confidence and authority. By using clear and precise language, we can command respect and add more influence to conversations. There are steps we can take to improve the way we think and communicate, starting with defining key terms and concepts before talking about complex issues. Second, by use clear-cut language, we may simplify complex concepts into smaller, more digestible chunks. Thirdly, by giving concrete instances, we may help our ideas become more relatable. Fourthly, we can respond to other people's reactions to our communication by getting their opinion and following up with clarifying questions. Finally, rather than feeling pressured to talk during every silence, it's important to take a time to collect our thoughts before speaking. By doing so, we can reap a number of benefits: precision and clarity, as well as improved communication, improved critical thinking, enhanced credibility, and enhanced problem-solving skills. Unambiguous communication builds connections, promotes understanding, and prepares the ground for fruitful cooperation, defining vocabulary, disintegrating ideas, and with particular instances, make us think more critically and spot any potential ambiguities in our thinking. When we communicate ourselves clearly and authoritatively, we project confidence and authority, which amplifies the impact of our ideas. By precisely defining the issue and utilizing language, we are also better able to pinpoint the source of the problem and create workable solutions. Remember that precision and clarity are the foundations of clear thinking, as well as effective communication. By developing this habit, we may better traverse the complexities of life and enable ourselves and others to make sense of the world around us. So hone your thinking. Accept the power of straightforward language, and you'll see an increase in comprehension and communication. Lesson number 10. Embrace continuous learning. Imagine a woodcutter who has to chop down a considerable tree using a blunt saw. The task becomes difficult, and progress could be faster. Like a sharp saw, continuous learning empowers the mind to navigate life's complexities with clarity and agility. The Stoics, known for their commitment to self-improvement, understood this principle. Well, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius urged people to live as if you were to live another 100 years. He was emphasizing the importance of lifelong learning and personal growth. Why is embracing continuous learning crucial for clear thinking? Our brains, like our muscles, become weak without exercise. As we get used to familiar routines and perspectives, our ability to think critically and creatively can decline. However, continuous learning acts as a potent elixir, with several benefits: expanding your knowledge base by exposing yourself to new ideas, different disciplines, and challenging perspectives. You broaden your understanding of the world and challenge your assumptions. This enriches your thinking and enhances your ability to connect seemingly unrelated ideas boosting cognitive agility. Challenging your mind with activities such as acquiring a new language, solving puzzles, or engaging in debates helps you maintain mental acuity and flexibility. It strengthens your cognitive muscles, enhancing your ability to analyze information, identify patterns, and draw sound conclusions, challenging your biases. We all have conscious and unconscious biases that can distort our thinking. Continuous learning provides opportunities to confront these biases by encountering alternative viewpoints and engaging in critical self-reflection. This fosters intellectual humility and equips you with a more objective lens for viewing the world, sparkling curiosity and creativity. A stagnant mind is fertile ground for boredom and intellectual stagnation. Continuous learning, on the other hand, ignites curiosity and fuels creativity as you explore new concepts and challenge yourself. You unlock hidden potential and discover innovative solutions to complex problems. So, how do you cultivate a love for learning and integrate it into your daily life? Here are some practical steps. Embrace daily learning. Dedicate even small pockets of time to learning. Read articles on diverse topics. Listen to podcasts while commuting or take online courses that pique your interest. Seek out intellectual challenges. Join a book club. Participate in stimulating conversations with friends and colleagues, or engage in online forums that foster critical thinking. Make learning a social experience. Discuss new ideas with friends, family, or online communities. Sharing your learning journey with others enhances understanding, fosters accountability, and sparks even deeper exploration. Step outside your comfort zone. Explore unfamiliar disciplines. Read books by authors with opposing viewpoints or attend lectures on topics you know little about. Pushing your intellectual boundaries broadens your perspective and challenges your assumptions. Practice critical thinking exercises. Dedicate time to actively analyze news articles. Identify logical fallacies in arguments you encounter or deconstruct your own thought processes. This deliberate training strengthens your critical thinking muscles. Remember, continuous learning is not about accumulating knowledge for its own sake. It's about cultivating a growth mindset, an insatiable curiosity that propels you forward on a lifelong journey of intellectual exploration. As Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, wisely stated, "We learn for life. Embrace this journey, sharpen your mental source, and watch your ability for clear thinking flourish in a world full of ever-evolving challenges and opportunities." So embark on this adventure of lifelong learning and witness your mind transform into a powerful tool for navigating the complexities of life with ever-expanding wisdom and clarity. Lesson number 11. Take care of yourself. Lesson 11. Look after yourself, building a thriving. The Stoics, who advocated for self-mastery and holistic living, understood the importance of self-care and healthy habits as the foundation for both clear thinking and genuine well-being. Epicurus, a renowned philosopher, once said that man is not disturbed by events, but rather by the views he takes of them. This insight emphasizes the importance of self-care for optimal mental well-being. The mind and body are not separate entities, but rather a complex interwoven system, so when one aspect suffers, the other is also affected. Taking care of yourself can improve your cognitive abilities in a variety of ways. Chronic sleep deprivation can lead to emotional dysregulation, impulsivity, and poor decision-making. It can also impair cognitive performance, making it difficult to focus, remember information, and think critically. While poor eating habits can cause mental dullness, memory loss, and brain fog, a balanced diet full of nutrients that support brain function, such as omega-3 fatty acids, can enhance cognitive function. An active lifestyle helps to ensure that the brain receives enough blood flow, which strengthens neural connections and improves cognitive function. However, regular exercise also helps to improve focus, memory, and overall brain health, which creates an ideal environment for clear thinking. To create a nurturing environment for clear thinking, you need to take practical steps like prioritizing quality sleep and creating a regular sleep schedule. Create a relaxing nighttime routine and avoid using electronics for an hour before bed. Consuming whole meals can help you reach your ideal level of cognitive function and brain health. Foods that stimulate the brain, such as fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean protein, can enhance your general health. Select omega-3 fatty acid-rich foods like walnuts, flax seeds, and fatty fish to maintain optimal cognitive performance. Your body is your most valuable possession. Take care of it by eating healthily and drinking healthy beverages to uplift your spirit and intellect. Maintaining an active lifestyle is essential. Finding an activity you enjoy doing will make it more pleasurable, whether it's team sports, swimming, dancing, or brisk walking. Setting aside 30 minutes each day for physical activity can help you reach your goals. Engaging in regular exercise can improve the cognitive function of your brain, enhance blood flow, and lower tension, which leads to a more concentrated and lucid mind to efficiently handle stress and enhance mental lucidity. It can be beneficial to practice relaxation techniques like yoga, deep breathing, or meditation. Using awareness to comprehend your feelings and ideas without passing judgment. This enables you to identify harmful thought patterns that may affect your thinking and replace them with more objective perspectives. Spare no more time debating what a good man should be. Instead, be someone who prioritizes well-being, cultivates a healthy mind and body, and observes your capacity for transparent thinking. By prioritizing healthy habits and self-care, you create a fertile ground for clear thinking, emotional resilience, and a life filled with greater clarity, purpose, and achievement. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, counseled, "Blossom will guide you toward a fully satisfying and meaningful life, but bear in mind that putting these Stoic principles into practice is a process that calls for consistent work rather than a one-time accomplishment." As you incorporate these teachings into your day-to-day activities, you'll notice a shift in your viewpoint, an improvement in your capacity to face challenges head-on, and a renewed sense of control over your thoughts and actions. So begin this transformative journey, cultivate your Stoic mentality, and unleash the full potential of your cognitive abilities.